Hi guys, it's Kathleen. It is the end of Sunday and I wanted to do a video. Normally Sunday is our day to rest. So last night I got a jump start on the rabbit chores. Everything was fine. So I wake up all night long with the sick baby, and then sometime in the morning my husband gave me a nap. Then I went to a meeting at church and then I came back. And I was just supposed to, check on the animals, see if anyone was out of anything. And then they're 10 weeks old. So checking on the rabbits, and I was gonna go in, get the kids dressed and ready, and church is at 1 o'clock. Okay, so I go in and there's fur everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they've been fighting. That's the wrong color fur for the ones that are loose in the greenhouse. So I open the lid to our big black buck, and there's fur everywhere and babies. Yeah, there were babies in the buck's cage. And so I was like, oh my gosh, and finally it took forever to click that Hershey is not a boy. Hershey's a girl. And I don't know how a buck got in her cage, if they can do it through a cage wire, if that one time so-and-so jumped in her cage, if that was enough to get the job done. Anyways, so there was 2 dead ones on the wire. There was just 1-inch wire on this cage. So I find the babies underneath with all the fur. It was kind of like there was a little nest on the ground. How it was. I'm so distracted by these rabbits right here. I'm gonna take you on a tour and talk about all the rabbits because I have too many rabbits now. Anyway, so it was quite stressful trying to figure out a housing situation for this new mom. And I have this nesting box, but she's a Flemish giant, and this nesting box was made for like Holland lops. So finally I moved her a couple times. Finally we found a cage for her and I put the babies in there with her. Actually, I tried force nursing them because they had been on the ground all night. They had not nursed at all. So I got them to nurse, but their bellies did not plump up at all, and they still look really wrinkled to me, and I'm worried. Part of me wants to try and foster them if they don't get plump tomorrow. This is a new mom, and she's like 6 months old. First time. So, but the other half says, we'll let nature take its course and try again later because you have too many rabbits right now. I want to show you all the rabbits I have. I had a busy week where there were lots of free rabbits on the classifieds, and I didn't want to turn down that opportunity. I've been so frustrated because we haven't been able to reproduce any rabbits. I bought these expensive rabbits and I drove forever to get them, and they're just chowing down on pellets and hay and getting out and eating my fruit trees, and it's been really stressful summer. Not too stressful, but I mean like unfruitful. So here are these rabbits that are just kind of like, here you go, here's like lots of new rabbits. Anyways, but I'm kind of changing my idea. So I'm gonna take you on a tour and show you all the rabbits that we have going on right now. So all of these were free and I was able to make this, these 2 I bought for $5 each. They're Rex. Aren't they beautiful? These guys are free. They are 10 weeks old. They have that leg thing where they can't pull their legs in right. Okay. Here are 3 more, 10-week-old, and they are huge. Okay. This is their mother. Okay. And this is their father. And I can't get them to do it again. They don't want to mate right now. Maybe all the housing situation has stressed them out. So along with driving around to get rabbits, I've been driving around to get cages. Okay, so here's what we got going on in this crazy greenhouse right now. Let's get in here. So this is the cage that Hershey was in with all the fur. So this is another doe that we put in here. That was a free male rabbit that I got this week. There are, how many mutts are there? I think we have 3 mutts, just free range. because they're getting really aggressive and fighting. This is one of our grow outs. This is our buck, but he has a lame leg, so right now he's just a pet. Okay, another grow out. Okay, so I have 2 grow outs. Anyways, that one's a dinner, that one's a dinner. Okay, so these are all that's going in here right now. Anyways, it's a really crowded situation. Okay. In here in the garage, I have our new mom. Okay, and I have a fan on her, but then you need to keep these guys warm. I'm sure someone's gonna say you're doing it all wrong, lady. Okay, can you see? No, you cannot see. They are wrinkly and their bellies are not full, and I'm so worried. Okay, okay, my phone was full. I emptied the phone, now we go back out and I'll show you the rest of the rabbits. Okay, so in here we have a mama and her little baby. Okay. 1 grow out and a bunch of mutts. Okay, and part of me is tempted to grow one of them because their color is beautiful. But let's go talk about this. So I now have 35 rabbits. Oh, wow, that's a lot. When I first started doing rabbits, I wanted to grow our own meat, to grow really high quality meat that I knew was clean, humane, local, and it just fills that self-sufficiency inside of me. And then I'm joining in with a friend down the road, and all of these rabbits were supposed to go over there and be housed because my husband is uncomfortable with this, so that's fine. We're gonna move some over this week, but I kept getting rabbits that were free or whatever. And I kind of calculated between our 2 large families that we would need 4 to 6 does and 1 buck, but our buck was broken, so I was growing another buck out and I wanted the genes from that buck. Well, then we had 2 more New Zealands that I was going to grow out and see which one was better and either sell or eat the other one. I really wanted to sell him because he's purebred and high quality. Okay, so I start getting all these rabbits. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I had 5, and then we were given 2 more does, and now we have a 6, and I'm growing another one out, so that's... Okay, sorry, I lost count. Let me do that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that... Oh, 7. Okay, so I had 7 does, and some of those are still growing up, like the Rexes. And then some gave me 2 more proven New Zealands. And anyways, so that's 9 does. Okay, plus the 1, 10.
That's 10 does. Okay, so let's count the bucks now. Someone gave me a buck, I have our buck, but I mean, he's really, okay. And then we're growing 2 bucks out, 4 bucks and 10 does. Okay, so I really wanted to offset a lot of the feed costs by gathering things from my property and from nature sources. I take clippings from our fruit trees all the time. This stuff, I wanted to offset a lot of the cost. I wanted to put them on pasture too, but our backyard grass is non-existent, and it's been so hot that I don't dare put them out on something with just a tarp over them, like on the grass. Like, I feel like that's too hot. They need a fan, or bringing them water bottles. So I don't feel like I can support all these rabbits. I kind of feel like whatever my neighbor can we can have 6 cages over there. And I don't know if that's how it's all gonna end up if we keep the breeders over there, but I would like to keep my little coop here, that little coop. I would like to keep that as a grow out colony because I feel like I just really like it. They get lots of airflow and lots of space to run around. There's places for them to jump up and have their own place. And I love that the big door, I can just chuck a bunch of greens. Chuck a bunch of greens in there and they can eat them. I like the deep litter. I just really like that. And if I could, I feel like I can do that. I also feel like I could probably keep a grow out litter in the greenhouse, but I need to start turning that over for food production for winter, so I guess maybe I can't. But part of me wants to try and keep some in there as a way to heat the greenhouse with their manures. Anyways, I gotta show you. I got beat up today. Like, beat up. Doing all those cage works and grabbing rabbits and stuff. It was not exactly a restful Sabbath day. Trying to frantically find housing situations for all of these rabbits. Problem is, I have some mutts, and some of the grow outs now they're around 14 weeks old, and so they're becoming sexually mature and aggressive with each other. We'll wake up to hear screaming and fighting and see blood marks and scratches and stuff. So I'm trying to like separate things. So we're constantly playing musical housing situation. Really super excited that that Hershey had some babies, and that's going to be really fun. I am so anxious to keep them alive. I have the kids sad about losing them, but that is something I want to teach my kids, is that there's life and death, and every day something has to die so that you can live. We just believe that animals are here for us. Okay. Every year I get so distracted by trying to do animals that they end up eating a lot of the garden, and our food production kind of suffers. So, can you guys see that mutt over there? Yeah, I kind of like them less and less and less. They were free, and they were so small that they kept escaping everything I put them in, and then now they're aggressive and they fight each other. I know it's all just part of the circle, right? Okay. I think I've told you everything now. We had babies. I have oodles of rabbits. I need to do some butchering. Oh, another thing. Okay, so I drive all over Wahoo looking for free resources, right? Okay, and it's really, I should stop. I think I'm done now. I think I have everything I need. Maybe a female Peking duck. We're on the hunt for Peking. Anyways, so I had done some driving around getting free animals, and we did a big butcher of roosters and old, over 1-year-old rabbits. And I thought I could moist cook them and it'd be fine. So I had this rabbit, and after they all get in bags, you lose track of which one was which one, you know. So maybe this is the white one that gave us a hell of a time skinning it. But I had froze it, defrosted it, soaked it in a marinade with a bunch of herbs and salt, and then slow cooked it for many, many hours, right? Like 6 to 8 hours. And when I pulled it, it smelled good while it was cooking, but I pulled it out and tasted it. It was so dry. It was so hard to just even swallow that one bite. It was so dry, and it did not taste good. I did a lot of Mexican herbs because we were supposed to, you know, that's what I was going to cook it with. There's a rabbit out, so I'm distracted. It did not taste good. So we're going to feed that to the chickens. So that's, you know, kind of discouraging when I go through all this trouble driving forever, butchering it, cooking it, and it didn't even taste good. Can you see the rabbit? Anyways, I just don't have enough housing. I'm just like, okay, whatever, you have to be free. I don't have anywhere to put you. Which means he's gonna eat all the green beans. Go eat the weeds. That's what I want rabbits for, is they're so good at eating weeds. They don't want weeds. They want my good stuff. Okay. So, anyways, if you have any advice about those new babies, I'd sure appreciate it. I'm a little torn. Do I foster them to the other mom? Do I buy formula? Do I just let nature take its course and breed that rabbit again in 2 to 4 weeks? 2 weeks or 4 weeks? What would you say? If she's not nursing anymore, first time mom, give me your comments. I'll take them. I really need advice. We're new to this. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. Thank you.